And hello again, everyone. We welcome you to the Cougar Den and Van Wert High School for tonight's big matchup in the Western Buckeye League as the Cougars of Van Wert entertain the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf. With Miles Holliday, I'm Randy Roberts, partner. Might not look like a lot on paper with a couple of teams here. Miles, he's offense only. He's ready to shoot, doesn't play defense. Right? There's no.
No.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's offensive stance only.
I walk in and
Miles
that's my
Holliday.
range.
That's right. So, no, yeah. Man, now you got me all flustered because I was working on something else. But hey, let's talk about this matchup tonight. Here's Ottawa-Glandorf, Van Wert. Both teams come in at 3-3 in the WBL. It's kind of a pivotal game as you get just a couple of games left in the Western Buckeye League standings. You see the updated standings heading into play tonight. So the winner of this one gets over 500 in the WBL. For Van Wert, marks an improvement over a year ago. For Ottawa-Glandorf, marks an improvement from where they were when the WBL season began in December.
Well, where else would you rather be, Randy Roberts, than right here, right now? Two teams that are on the upswing, two teams with all kinds of potential, and I get to call it with the best in the business himself, Randy Roberts. It's going to be a fun, fantastic night.
Let's talk a little bit about the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf. 5-10 overall, as you just saw there in the WBL standings, coming off a 1-1 weekend last weekend. They knocked off Bath in the league 60-41. Then Saturday fell to Berlin Highland 45-41, and that seems to be the story of the year for the Titans. When we feel like they've turned the corner, we see something, we see some improvement. Then it's a step back. This offense is averaging just 47 points per game, led by the 6-foot senior Grady Tomazos, just under 10 a night. Still looking, and if we saw it against Findlay, we felt like, hey, here it is. They found something that works. Let's see if it keeps going. And then again, it's just another step back, and now kind of running out of time.
Well, let's not sleep on the fact that Highland's a really good basketball team,
true.
too. So they were very competitive in that one. Early in the year, people have said that was going to be a blowout. Not the fact. Last Friday, they did a great job of ratcheting up the defense, got 20 turnovers against Bath. I really think this team is really starting to play good basketball. That starting lineup, we talk about Fortman having the ability to score. I want to see him shoot more. Tomazos, he is the veteran, easy, steady hand guy. Holden Aldrich, an unbelievable rebounder. Ellerbrock, we've seen the Rolls Royce. He can fill it up for three. But the guy I really like, Randy, Adam Mack, playing tremendous defense. He is the whole reason why when we had them against St. Mary's, he was crucial for them at the end of that ball game, getting a defensive stop for him to win that game. I really like this OG team. They're on the upswing in my mind.
Hey, speaking of teams on an upswing, let's take a look at the starting lineup for Van Wert. Cougars come in at 7-10 overall. Had a 3-game winning streak snapped on Saturday when they lost at Coldwater to a really good Cav team, 59-37. We all kind of wondered aloud how long it would take Jeremy Best to turn this Van Wert team around. Here they are again. A win tonight gets them to 4-3 in the WBL. They're scoring 48.7 points per game, giving up 48.9.
Yeah,
so everything's been tight for the Cougars.
It is a very young team that is getting better and better. They got a guy that's going to be unbelievable in Zach Crummey, just a freshman. We've seen him a couple times. His game is unlimited, and they got a guy that can get him points when they need it. And Keaton Welch, he is going to be a 20-point-a-game scorer at some point in time in his career. But for me, the big guy for them is Griffin McCracken. He is an unbelievable shooter. If he gets off here tonight from behind the arc, it is going to be a tough way for Ottawa-Glandorf to get the win.
I should mention with that starting lineup, nothing wrong with Xavier Kelly, who's been in the starting lineup a lot this year. Coaches just elected to go with Nate Gerhardt, their lone senior, I believe, on this roster to get the call in opening night. Xavier's going to play his normal minutes tonight.
Yeah, it's a smart move doing that. Xavier Kelly, he is a dude that it's going to be fun to watch him the next 3-4 years grow and grow into what he doesn't really know yet, and that's playing basketball the right way. He is just an athlete running around right now.
Let's take a look at some keys to the game for this one tonight. Let's start with the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf.
Yeah, number one, turn up the heat. We mentioned against Bath, they got 20 turnovers against Bath. Stay with that pressure. This is a young backcourt tonight for Van Wert. See if you can keep that pressure zone defense up and mix it up throughout the game. Get those turnovers, which then obviously will convert into layups. Match up correctly. It'll be interesting to see who Tyson McLaughlin picks to be the matchup against Zach Crummy. I think it's going to be Brody Fortman, but make sure you match up correctly. You've got to have a guy that can move, but yet have that power to stop Zach Crummy from dominating the glass. And then number 3, the big Tomazos. Oh, yes, he is. Grady Tomazos, really like his game, Randy. He is the steady, even hand for this team. Averages about 2 assists a game, gets a steal, 9 points. Shoots about 40% from the field, but every time they need a bucket, he'll go ahead and take it and settle things down for them. The big Tommaso's got to be big here tonight.
Was the big Tommaso's also the bad guy in an episode of Dragnet?
That's before my time. We're going to have to ask Ken Reeker that.
Oh, but some keys to the game tonight for Van Wert.
Yeah, only share with each other, right? It's good to pass the basketball, but only to other guys that are wearing white jerseys.
Yeah, it's good to pass the basketball.
No, baby, I shoot that rock. So make sure that you're not turning the basketball over against this OG Titan defense. They're going to be all in their grill. Make sure you're taking care of the basketball. Number 2, fly out on shooters, especially if it's Royce Ellerbrock, number 21 for OG. Do not let them have free looks from behind the arc. We've watched OG for years. When they're making threes, this offense is at a different level. And then number 3, McCracken filling it up. Won't talk about filling threes. Yes, Griffin McCracken can do that indeed. He is an unbelievable shooter. Number 3, Randy, he averages 44% from behind the arc.
It's pretty good.
44%. Let the man shoot. Give the ball to McCracken. He'll fill it up.
We're getting ready for the 67th meeting all time between Ottawa-Glandorf and Van Wert. We'll have it for you next here on WOSN. Quite a bit of a production in the pregame here in Van Wert as they go through the introduction of the starting lineups. And it looks like we are just about ready to go. But a little bit of everything as you get the Cougar and the lights go off and players come running out. And it's a little bit of a show before we get going.
Yeah, the people are excited. The intensity level here, the electricity, Randy. You can tell people had a lot of coffee earlier today. They didn't get their coffee taken from them.
Yeah, Van Wert student section had their lights on, their phones. They had the place lit up. They're going to redo the opening tip. By the way, this matchup we mentioned, 67th overall. Ottawa-Glandorf leads the all-time series 45-21. Titans have won 3 in a row, 14 of 15, and 16 of the last 18.
Bragg and Fortman won by Van Wert. It's go time, Randy Roberts.
Second tip won by the Cougars. They'll get the entry pass inside. Zach Crummy with the basketball being defended by Holden Aldrich. Turn around, and he's going to draw the foul.
That's Aldrich that draws the attention right away for Crummy. So we were asking in pregame, who is Tyson McLaughlin going to put on Zach Crummy? It's going to be Holden Aldrich, and you got to remember, scouting report says he spins back to his left because he's left-handed. Don't overplay that right hand.
Crummy, the 6'5 freshman, comes in tonight 58% from the free throw line. Buried that first one like a pro.
Hey, did you like how composed he was coming through the red lights into Cougar mouth? He was like, yeah, all right, let's go play basketball.
Now he's showing it early on as he's got the opening 2 points of the night. JV game, by the way, won by Ottawa-Glandorf this evening as well, 63-30. Titans set up in the half court for the first time tonight. They'll go into that low block. Attempt is going to be no good. First up by Brady Fortman. Offensive rebound is then knocked out of bounds as Holden Aldrich had it.
Yeah, that's something that Holden Aldrich does really well. 4 rebounds a game in kind of limited time. Just go up quickly with it. Get that easy deuce.
Looks like we have a retying of a shoe.
Yeah, you got to have shoes that work, Randy Roberts.
Keaton Welsh with it. Now, defender's going to slip down. It's going to leave a man open as Brody Fortman hits the jumper.
Got a nice job on a little X-cut by Fortman. Easy stop and pop, and here's that pressure defense that OG likes to employ right away.
Early on, we are tied to 2. Our scoreboard tonight brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Had a nice visit with Mrs. Alt before the game as well.
It was nice to get the chance to meet Mrs. Pergola.
A baseline drive and a great pass and the score as Griffin McCracken can do more than just shoot threes.
And any fans want to bring us water and Snicker bars before games like she did, feel welcome to do that.
So we do appreciate the visit. It's always nice when the sponsors say that they enjoy the game, so we always appreciate that. If the camera guys and crew could get some as well, I guess we should get everyone involved. It's Grady Tomazos with the answer for the Titans.
Well, way to get Grady involved, right? The big Tomazos. I told you, Randy, he likes to settle things down, take shots selectively. Smart move by that young man, Grady Tomazos, getting the deuce when they need it.
That's exactly what he did there. Tied at 4. Just Crummy, that spin again, leaves the bounce pass on the baseline, and the score for Cohen Bragg.
I got to be a little bit concerning for Tyson McLaughlin. 2 little backdoor cuts. Easy makes for Van Wert early in this one.
6-4 early on. Pull-up jumpers. Tomazos in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebounds and knocked out of bounds, and it's going to belong to Van Wert.
Well, that's twice that Aldrich has gotten involved on the glass. Not able to come up with that one. So Crummy's going to have to do a much better job of boxing him out.
Tonight's game is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account, and the official sponsor of the WBL. How about a drive right to the basket, high off the window. Attempt is no good by Keaton Welsh. Titans get the miss, try to push in transition a little bit. Fortman goes behind the back, lost the handle. 2 white jerseys surround it, and it's Griffin McCracken comes away with a basketball.
Yeah, it would have been better served just to pull up with it. Don't get too cute with that behind-the-back dribble.
Extra pass goes into the corner. 3 is going to be off the mark for Nate Gerhardt. As the Titans get it, here is Tomazos across the timeline. Just over 5 minutes left to play in this opening period. Tomazos, little contact, and we'll get a whistle and a foul. We'll take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, it's a really good move by Tomazos, as that is Welch working against him. Welch wasn't in a good position when he got the dribble. Good recognition by Tomazos to see that. Anytime your defender's not in a good position, take him to the rim.
Well, you saw Grady do one thing he doesn't do all that often. That's miss a free throw. Comes into tonight, 81%. Our free throws tonight brought to you by Lee Kinsel, Chevrolet GMC, and Irvin Road and Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com. Both teams making a handful of changes here. As Caden Collins, one of the latest players to come in. Looks like we see Xavier Kelly in for Van Wert. Do believe we saw Jordan Shoemaker enter for Ottawa-Glandorf.
Wow, rare empty trip at the free throw line for Tomazos.
Double team applied. Here's Crummy, draws the triple team. Out to Welsh, gets the kick out. 3 from the wing is in and out. 2 guys fight for the rebound. Shoemaker comes away with it.
Even though they didn't come up with any points, that was a great possession by Van Wert. Moved the ball really well.
Adam Mag at the wing. Send this back up top. Trying to create a little bit of space. Grady Tomazos will back out. Looks like he will reset the offense. Once another screener. Goes opposite side. Now the step back jumper from the elbow is good.
Wow, well, that was all Tomazos. 1, called a new set. And then 2, the dribble drive and the little pull up from 15.
Ties us up 6-all in our Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard halfway through this opening quarter. Look inside again. Van Wert making an effort to get the 6'5 freshman, their leading scorer, the basketball.
You see Schumacher go out to the corner to stop the 3, and that's going to allow Crummy to open up on that block. Kind of sloppy defensively for OG on that secondary break.
Ottawa-Glandorf fouls on Royce Ellerbrock, his first, team second. Now dribble handoff top of the key leads to a 3. That one's going to be short for Welsh, and the rebound is out to the Titans, who look to push again. Schumacher. Here's Landon Peaster, A couple of freshmen on the floor right now for the Titans. We will get a travel.
Now they're going to call this on Schumacher on the little spin right there. Yeah, you see the left foot lift up, and then he comes down with the right. Yeah, good call by the official on that one. Everybody thought it was going to be a foul first, but nope, travel.
Xavier Kelly with his speed gets a good pass, just not able to finish as it squirts out of the hands of Caden Collins on the baseline.
That's why you don't eat corn on the cob before a basketball game right there. Your hands get all greasy and wet, get it all buttery, and the next thing you know, you drop one going out of bounds.
Does that mean no popcorn either?
Probably not a good move. That's one Collins tomorrow when he watches on film said, I should have had that one. It would have been an easy layup.
About Butterfingers.
That's chocolate. Probably not good either.
Tomazos, spin on the baseline, gets the kick out. Here's Feaster. His three is going to be no good. Rebound's tipped around. Ball's loose on the floor. They're going to fight for it. It's going to end up in a held ball. And the arrow will favor Ottawa-Glandorf.
As Collins getting dirty. Gets to the floor first. Nice job by him. Not often, Randy, you see another team beat Ottawa-Glandorf to the floor on a loose one, but Van Wert really active here tonight.
Zach Crummy got a short break. He's going to re-enter now for the Cougars, excuse me. OG trying to get the inbound in. Kelly's going to knock that one away, but it is tracked down by Tomazos.
Yeah, just a little bit of a glimpse of the athleticism of Xavier Kelly. If you watch them play football in the fall, you saw how electric he is.
Feaster's pull-up jumper is going to be no good. Micah Cowan had the rebound, realized no one was around him. Does find an outlet in Kelly. Here's Xavier. Near the center circle. It's a dribble between the legs. Now tries to set the offense. His bounce pass is going to be taken away. Shoemaker will get it. Shoemaker to the basket is going to draw the foul.
Well, how about that? Last year, these two at the end of this play, they're playing 8th grade basketball. Now it's big time on a Friday night. Freshman versus freshman right there. Schumacher challenges Kelly. The X-Man said, you know what? I might have got the foul this time, but next time I'll get the ball.
So Shoemaker, who is a 53% free throw shooter, will miss the first here. 2:45 to go in our opening quarter in our Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. Does split the pair. Puts the Titans in front by a single point.
A 1-2-1-1, the old diamond press. And now they're going to back it into their man.
Keaton Welsh lost the basketball. It's going to be off him, out of bounds. Ottawa-Glandorf will get it back.
All right, coming right into your couch right here. Welch says it's knocked free, but I do believe it hit his knee on the way out of bounds. A nice job by the officials. Officials have been dead solid, rock solid here tonight so far.
Titans will get this one as Tomazos is across the timeline. 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter number one. Shoemaker straight on three. That one a little too strong. Crummy will have the rebound. Here's Welsh.
A nice set by OG. Didn't get to make, but it was a really good set. Fortman delivered a tremendous screen to get Schumacher free.
Welsh comes to the wing. Now Crummy, 15-footer, buries it.
I can't give the big man that much space. No one near him. He can make that all day long.
That gives him 4 points. Pull-up jumper on the other end. That one's going to be left short. Rebound's tipped. Here's Xavier Kelly. Kelly with speed to burn with the jump stop. Can't get it to go. Crummy on the trail is going to be fouled, or is the fouler here? We'll take a look at the replay.
Kelly really athletic to get free, but could not get the finish. And are they going to get Crummy?
They got
over
Crummy.
the back?
Yep, that is exactly the call. It's going to be his first, team's third.
The student section over for Van Wert saying that's a Crummy call. They did not like it. They don't want Zach getting called.
A little confused because the official gave the stay here sign at first. The Titans get this one back. Bounce pass is going to take an extra bounce right to Tomazos. Fortman gets rid of it. Mag from the free throw line. Back behind Brody Fortman. Fortman with the pivot around. Holden Aldrich had positioning momentarily in that low block. Shoemaker glides his way in off the high glass. Can't get it to go. Crummy, no problems with that rebound. Now, transition action for Van Wert from the baseline. Ball was picked up by Cohen Bragg. Inside Crummy again, trying to pivot around. Nice job with the ball fake. They give it back to Crummy. Can't get it to go. Had the basketball in his hands. And now we'll get another whistle and a foul.
Wow, this is some nifty passing out of the Cougars on this position. I'm going to shoot it. Oh, no, I'm not. Little skip pass underneath to Crummy, who tried to get a little too fine with it, right? And then gets the miss, and we're going to scramble for it, and then Crummy gets fouled.
Adam Magg's going to pick up the foul. His first, team's third. Crummy is doubled. Great pass. Tried to go up in one move was Nate Gerhardt. A little too strong with it. Titans come away with a basketball.
And Gerhardt would have been better served to square up and just smooch it off the window.
Adam Mag had it at the wing, gets it back. Now his entry pass goes in. Fortman with a turnaround scores.
Great recognition on the mismatch. Fortman on the low block. I would argue that's a mismatch against about anybody. But Fortman took it and made it easy.
Titans now back in front. Xavier Kelly at the wing is going to back up. It looks like the Cougars will play for the final shot of this opening quarter.
They're trying to get a 1-4, but then they're going to spread the floor out of it.
Crummy was in the corner. They'll reverse it around. Xavier Kelly from that wing. Swing it. Good baseline drive there for Cohen Bragg, but he can't get the finish. And that's how our opening quarter will end with Ottawa-Glandorf in front by a point, 9-8. We'll take a timeout here on WOSF. No three-pointers made in that opening quarter, but when we do have a three-pointer, it's a Northwest Ohio Recycling three-pointer. Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392.
Dude, they're playing 90s jams in here, man. This is good stuff.
It's right up your alley, I know. 9-8, our score. Saw a shot there, the Van Wert huddle and that quarter break. And how about the bench with the one senior on the team, Nate Gerhardt, number 10. Everyone wearing number 10 warm-ups tonight.
And the Senator on the back of it, too. Love the nickname.
He's no mayor. But then again, who is?
Well, I'm sure Jeremy Best in that little huddle said, fellas, let's make our layups, our 5-footers, will we? They had about 4 in that first quarter that probably should have gone. Got to make your bunnies.
Well, trying to find somewhere to go with the basketball. It's going to be knocked away. Titans come out with it, and with the defensive play to talk about layups to avoid one there for Ottawa-Glandorf. Fortman instead, the fall away from the baseline is no good. Zach Crummy will hold high to get the rebound.
Talk about elite effort. One by Van Wert to get back and make that difficult, and then two, Holden Aldrich, the big fella, ran it and got the save for OG to get another possession.
Crummy with that ball fake, thought about the three. Instead, he'll go to the basket again. Can't get it to go from close range. Been that kind of night for the Cougars.
Now, Aldrich did just enough to harass Crummy, or else it would have been an easy make.
Tomazos get this inside. Looked like Holden Aldrich wasn't ready for the basketball.
He did look surprised, didn't he?
A little bit of contact on that pass back out. Aldrich at the wing to get the entry pass, but it's going to be taken away. Good play defensively there. Cohen Bragg. Bragg gets that long pass ahead. It's Caden Collins. Collins to Crummy. Crummy again, that fake pivots around. Trying to call for the basketball again. Has it at that high post. Right on Aldrich. This time gets in and scores. And he'll have a chance at a three-point play.
I love the aggressiveness out of Zach Crummy right here. Passed up a 15-footer, then asked for it back. And when you go through contact, Randy Robertson, you get to make, what do you have to do? You got to flex. Let everybody know it.
Coaching staff looks pretty pleased there as we take a look at the replay. As Crummy is able to get to the basket and score.
There you go, a little flex. Walk it off. Zach Crummy fired up.
So a chance now from the Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw line. It's going to be waved off on a lane violation. There's also just the one attempt, and I don't think anyone moved.
Well, I believe one of the Cougars walked up to the three-point line, put his foot on the three-point line, and that is a violation. Got too close to the shooter.
Free throws tonight brought to you by Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC and Irvin Road and Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com. Three-pointer's going to be no good. Kelly knocked the ball out of the hands of Ross Magg on the rebound. Second attempt. Here's Ellerbrock. He will bury the Northwest Ohio Recycling three.
Release, rotation, and then celebrate for Rolls-Royce.
Three-pointers tonight brought to you by Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora. Paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. Van Wert trying to go inside. Crummy has a change in defender. This time it was Brody Fortman on him. Ball's going to be poked away from behind. Titans will have it as Fortman No one really picks him up as he comes into the front court, and he's going to lower the shoulder and be called for the offensive foul.
Well, we're going to let you judge this right here. Watch Brody working one-on-one against Welch. He's going to use that left forearm and that shoulder into the chest. Nice call by the official. Can't get separation that way. You can't shove. You can't push. You can't use your forearm. If it's roller derby, Randy, yes, you can. But in basketball, no, you can't.
Timeout taken on the floor. Let's take one as well. 5:37 left to go in the second quarter. You're watching high school basketball on WOSN. Your aunt made you that for Christmas.
Go on and put it on, Ralphie. Go upstairs and put it on.
So, Miles and I were discussing this during the JV game. Christmas in January, the theme?
Look, anytime you break out that Ralphie pink deranged Easter rabbit, you put that on, right?
Apparently.
If we get enough people that demand it, would you wear one to a broadcast, Randy?
No.
Oh, it'd be magical.
No, I would not. I do have standards. I draw the line somewhere.
What if we do it together? We both are in the Ralphie costume together.
Separate costumes, though, right? Like, we're not. It's not one of those
that'd be a lot
one horse, two people type situation.
That'd be a lot of fabric.
Okay, it would be. Titans with the basketball. Being a little patient this trip. Tommaso step back jumper from the free throw line is good.
Oh, he loves the free throw line extended, doesn't he?
He does.
Works the left, comes back to the middle, makes that 15-footer again.
Tommasos has got 6. Now he's got a steal. Leaves this one ahead for Adam Mag. And Mag able to finish.
A nice job by Mag to control his body. Looked like he was going to travel for a second. And Van Wert snacking on some danger early in the second quarter.
Ottawa-Glandorf able to put together back-to-back quick baskets. They lead this one 16-10 on our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Now, foul inside the center circle as Adam Mag tried to reach up and knock the ball away. That's going to be his second, team's third of the quarter. Grant Leopold is going to check in the lineup now for the Titans.
There's a good shot of Jeremy Best, state champion coach. All in black tonight, wearing his Johnny Cash lookalike outfit today. I like it.
So Van Wert having some trouble getting the inbound in. Xavier Kelly had to go into the backcourt. Keaton Welsh with it. Welsh able to get to the basket. Tough shot going against his body, but he's able to draw the foul.
Yeah, Leopold's going to trail to the low block, and it's going to put him at a disadvantage. And Keaton Welch, you see how smart he is. What a great basketball family he comes from. It goes through the contact and lets it release. And then, Randy, what do? You got to fall to the floor to make it look even
That's
better.
right.
And he's going to get the call.
So Welsh, 64% free throw shooter, gets his first point as he gets his first Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw. One more coming here as he'll take his time. Free throws tonight. Brought to you by Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC in Irvin Road in Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com.
Yeah, really big possession for Van Wert to get points out of that because it was all OG. And now, I like this change. Going to change things up. Go to a 1-2-2 zone, and it's going to result in a turnover right away.
Wells trying to get to the basket. Can't get it to go. Xavier Kelly was the trail. It looked like he might have had his hand stuck in the bottom side of the netting. Heard some fans groaning, maybe perhaps goaltending call. We'll get a foul on the ball coming back into the front court.
Yeah, you wonder if this is a foul because you missed the layup on the other end, right? You missed the layup, and then you're really upset, and you got to run down, and you're going to atone for it by playing great defense, and you collide into a guy. And the next thing you know, it's whistled.
Keaton Welsh picks up his second foul. Looks like he's going to sit down as Griffin McCracken will re-enter.
Well, this is going to be a tough zone to crack on the perimeter with the length and quickness with Kelly over here on this side.
Good job with the ball movement. Titans get this in as Fortman gets the kick out. Shoemaker at the wing sends it over the top. Now Ellerbrock back to Tomazos. Shoemaker, the freshman, he will bury the Northwest Ohio recycling three.
Well, you know what to get someone out of a zone in a hurry. It's burying a three right in front of it. And nice job by the freshman.
7-point lead now for the Titans as we near the 3-minute mark of our opening half of basketball. Xavier Kelly thought about a little crossover move, tried to get it in. Here's Zach Crummy. Crummy in that low block is double team, trying to find the open person. Tough turnaround, no good for Caden Collins. Titans get the miss. Here's Tomazos, leaves it ahead. This time for Ellerbrock. Three's a little short, and Crummy's got the rebound. He's got to be nearing 10 rebounds tonight. Here's Xavier Kelly. Kelly, just that raw speed to the basket, scores.
Oh, how sweet is Xavier Kelly. Just teeming with athleticism. Nice little finish by number 2.
It's his first bucket of the night. Cuts this lead to 5. And that active defense causes the turnover. Collins, be careful, might have got away with it. Travels, he never really had the basketball, started to move. Here's Kelly. And he is going to draw the foul as he gets this ball into the corner.
Well, the weak side double team right there on Crummy. It's tough because Crummy's so big, you can just see over top of it. And Shoemaker tries to rotate over, but just a little bit tardy. And Kelly is smart enough to attack the rim when there's no one around.
That is the 5th team foul in Ottawa-Glandorf, so Xavier Kelly's going to go shoot the bonus from the Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw line. So Kelly comes in 55% from the charity stripe. Missed the first one. He's going to get one more. You never want to blame just one thing, but if you're Van Wert, like you said at the quarter break, you're down 5, and if you think about the missed layups, missed free throws,
could very easily be up 5.
That'd be a different game.
By my count, 6 easy bunnies that they have missed so far, but they're going to stay in this 1-2-2, and it has paid off other than the big 3 that they gave up to Shoemaker.
Now it's Grady Tomazos, top of the key with the basketball. Comes around to that right wing. Picks up his dribble where he will find Fortman. He'll swing it around. Shoemaker nearly had his pass taken away. Tomazos will let fly from deep. Can't get that one to go. Brayton Heitmeyer had the rebound. It's going to be off his leg and out of bounds. Van Wert will have the ball.
Well, Van Wert very fortunate because a weak side rebound was given up. And if you're going to play zone, Randy Roberts, you've got to box out and rebound on that weak side. And that Van Wert dodged a bullet because it should have been a putback, but it goes off the foot. Sometimes the foot gets in the way.
And Keaton Welsh with 2 fouls is going to return to the floor. Trying to get some offense for this Van Wert team. They're down 4 with 90 seconds to go in our opening half. Still in the backcourt. Welsh able to push, bring this one into the half court. A little hesitation move to the basket. He'll score.
Oh, how about the throttle down? Then the 0-60 by Keaton Welch in the finish.
Down to a 2-point lead. Titans moments ago led by 7. It's Tomazos, top of the key, trying to find somewhere to go. Pivots all the way around. Welsh somehow ran through that bounce pass, did everything but get the ball. One had to go between the legs or through the arms.
Yeah, just too much standing around right now. 4 guys watching the one guy with the ball. Got to get some movement there. You got Fortman flying up to the free throw line, but I believe Tyson McLaughlin's going to say, let's go ahead and pull it out. Yeah, we've got the lead. Make them come out and guard us.
We could see him. You see him down on the knee at the end of the bench after they ran a few moments off the clock. He went ahead and gave the high sign. Hey, you know what? If they're going to play the zone, we'll play for 1.
Hey, Jeremy Best now giving his guys instructions. Looks like they are indeed going to try and jump.
Still in that 1-2-2.
Well, they're going to stick with it. Just telling them out who to be aware of on the shooters.
Down to 13 to go in the half. Ball goes from side to side. Tomazos hit to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to Heitmeyer into the corner. And the Northwest Ohio Recycling 3. Good for Brody Fortman, and that's how our opening half will end. What a big 3-pointers. We take a look at the replay.
Yeah, watch this. Just going to replace. Fortman goes to the corner after his buddy leaves, and he says, you know what? I'm a big shot dude. Just call me Big Shot Brody. I'll give us a bigger lead on our way to halftime.
22-17 OG with the lead at the break. We'll take a timeout, have the second half for you when we return. 22-17 our score. Ottawa-Glandorf leads Van Wert at the half. Our game tonight is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and official sponsor of the WBL. Randy Roberts, Miles Holiday with you here, partner. 5-point lead at the half. We mentioned it a couple of times. Van Wert's had their opportunities. Had trailed by 7, cut it to 2. But a big three-pointer there to end the half has given the Titans a little bit of breathing room.
Look, they make their layups, and this is a much different ball game. I love the plan, though, for Tyson McLaughlin's OG squad, giving different looks to Crummy, making his life as difficult as possible. And when they've done that, it's almost been as difficult as trying to get a red ball on a Cougar logo in the middle of the floor.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah, got a winner, right? Was that the one you threw?
I wish.
But
some more.
If I'm Jeremy Best, though, I kind of go back to that zone that they played right before half. I know that they gave up a big 3 to Brody Fortman, but it did give OG some fits earlier in that half. Maybe mix that in, go back and forth. I think we got 2 red balls now.
Yeah, I think one knocked one out of that center circle. So 22-17, OG in front. Yeah, it looks like there's one nestled in there. So
this is more exciting than Plinko on The Price is Right.
Someone's going to be a big grand prize winner, I know that much. 22-17, Titans lead this one at the break. We'll take a timeout and have the third quarter for you when we return.
The St. Brothers.
22-17, our score. Ottawa-Glandorf leads Van Wert as we begin the third quarter. It's been nothing but a big dance party here at the half. As apparently Miles has graciously donated what I'm assuming is a burnt CD of his to the scores table to play for halftime music.
I just hit eject and gave it to him. This is what I listened to on the way down, man.
I don't doubt that.
Who doesn't like Jump Around? They've done a great job with the music here, Randy. They've atoned for playing AC/DC in pregame, but ever since then, the game ops people have done a great job here.
So it's been a couple of years, I think, since our crew has been here for hoops, and it's been quite an experience tonight.
It has.
From walking in.
And I have no doubt that we're going to see a tremendous second half here. Ottawa-Glandorf, so good defensively, and it seems like they just have that ability to hit shots when they need them, right? Case in point, Brody Fortman with a big corner 3 right before half. But I love the talent of this Van Wert team. Now we're going to see how tough they are here in this second half.
Titans have the basketball to begin our second half. Adam Mag takes over at the point. He's going to get a good entry pass inside. Is left open as Brody Fortman, who gets the opening bucket of our third quarter.
Well, you can tell that was something they talked about at halftime. Tyson McLaughlin drew it up. Well executed, and anytime you can get the ball to Fortman in a shooting position, I like your chances.
At the end of our game tonight, Miles and I will be selecting a Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner. Make sure you check out the highlights of tonight's Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner on the WOSN YouTube page. There's Zach Crummy. His pass is going to be thrown 2 rows deep into the stands. Van Wert will turn this one over.
Well, that's a shame because if you're going to rotate the basketball against that weak side double team, you want to kick it to Griffin McCracken in the corner because he's a knockdown shooter.
Titans get a score, then they force the turnover. They've got the basketball back. Leading this one 24-17 on our scoreboard tonight, brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with a luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. They go inside out. It's going to lead to the Ellerbrock 3. Can't get it to go. Mag has the offensive rebound. Ross Mag elects not to go straight up. Instead, the Titans are going to reset the offense. Still against that zone defense of Van Wert. One over the top. Fortman along the baseline. His floater a little too strong, and Xavier Kelly's got the rebound. Kelly's going to have to get a pass behind him as he was double-teamed near the scores table.
Yeah, you wonder why pull up right there before the timeline. Get it across. Keep on going.
Cohen Bragg has it now. Wanted to give to the cutter and McCracken. Instead, he's going to give back behind him for Kelly. Xavier will find Crummy. Crummy will give to the cutter. Nice job working the baseline. And the score for Cohen Bragg. And apparently he was fouled.
Crummy sees the floor extremely well and has that size where he can just pass over top of people. A nice cut indeed by Cohen Bragg. Nobody around you. Go to the rim. big guy will find you.
So Bragg will go to the Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw line to attempt the three-point play. Free throw's no good, but Van Wert cuts into that lead, albeit slightly. Now 24-19. Just over 6 to go in our third quarter.
Well, I think when you talk to both coaches after this one, they're going to say, got to do a better job at the free throw line.
OG got into that high post. They'll get the kick out. And the Northwest Ohio Recycling 3 is good for Brody Fortman. Tomazos. As now Crummy gets to the basket. Can't get that one to go. Putback, though, is up and good.
Much activity early in the second half by Zach Crummy. First with the assist and then the foul of his own miss. And he's going to go through the contact, and OG is going to say, contact where? But it's going to be a three-point old-fashioned opportunity.
So Crummy with the opportunity here. Free throws tonight brought to you by Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC and Irvin Road in Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials at leekinsel.com. Ottawa-Glandorf making a change. Grant Leopold checks back into the lineup. So here's Crummy, a 58% free thrower. Gets that one. Gets him up to 9 points tonight. That lead back to 5.
Look at Griffin McCracken working hard. You know, he hasn't got a lot of scoring opportunities, but he's still working hard. But Tomazos is going to take him to the woodshed right here. A little bit of a push, and then they're going to say, yep, on the arm right there. Well, that's a veteran play by Tomazos to get the separation, and McCracken tries to recover and gets the arm.
Tomazos, who has 11 points, will now try to add to that. As he goes to Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw line, knocks down the free toss. So he answers the three-point play. Just like that, the lead grows for the Titans, 30-22. 5.5 minutes left to go third quarter. Xavier Kelly at the wing. Comes up top of the key, Keaton Welsh. Welsh, that left-hand dribble, spins, and he'll bury the jumper.
A nice little spin-a-rooney in the middle of the key to bury. Keaton Welch, one of those guys, can hut his own shot.
Tomazos had the ball kind of pinned to him, and he's able to draw the foul, and he'll go and shoot a couple Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throws.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Keaton Welch. Yeah, it's going to be Welch's third, so decision time now for Jeremy Best. Do you let number 5 play through, or you're going to have to sit him down for a while?
So Grady Tomazos will get his first Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw. Caden Collins is going to check in as Welsh will sit down.
Randy, one thing I want to mention about Tomazos, just an observation by me. We had them early in the year, right? Mm-hmm. He just did not seem comfortable as a guy that needs to know when to score, right? But as the season has gone on, he is definitely a guy that you can tell enjoys that moment when he has to score.
He's done his fair share of that for the Titans tonight. He's got 14. There's that Crummy going inside, doesn't get the friendly bounce. Collins coming up with a basketball underneath the hoop. And kick out here, Xavier Kelly with it, can't get it to go. Rebound is knocked out of bounds, went into the corner. It's going to stay Van Wert ball.
That's Cohen Bragg, very active on the offensive end here in the second half. Had that layup a little bit ago on a cut. And this time just hustle. Effort trying to get another possession and gets one.
Landon Peaster will check back in. Saw him play a little bit in that opening half. Off a screen here is Cohen Bragg. Bragg gets this one back out. Xavier Kelly trying to attack that defense. Gets that high lob for Crummy. Crummy triple team. He's going to have the ball knocked away. Somehow with one paw is able to get the basketball and gets in and scores.
Oh, the sack attack inside. 3 guys can't even stop him.
Big bucket makes it 32-26. That's when it looked like it was going to be a turnover. And now we're going to have a foul away from the basketball.
Hopefully, let's see this replay right here.
It's going to be the bottom of your screen, Collins, number 11.
Yeah, you see the forearm just pushing the hip of Tomazos. Good recognition by Van Wert of what OG was trying to do with that high post set, but if you get that forearm pushing the guy, they're going to call that every single time.
It's going to be the first on Collins, third on the quarter called against Van Wert. And we've got, this time, an offensive foul away from the basketball.
Yeah, somebody needs to call U-Haul because this is a mover. Watch number 20 in the middle of the floor. He's going to slide the right hip just a little bit as he contacts Collins. And they're going to say, Leopold, not time to pack yet. Going to be a foul on you.
It's going to be his second. Tonight's game is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL.
Oh, a tough sequence here for Leopold. Picked one up about 5 seconds ago, and now he gets another one.
That's his third and the team's fourth. So the next one this quarter will send Van Wert into the bonus.
Leopold knows that you get 5 to work with. He's going to try and use them all.
That's fine. I just don't think you need to do it in 5 seconds. And he might have just picked up his fourth.
Did they really? It is. Leopold working against Welch, and it's the right forearm again. He gets the corner turned on him. He tried to follow Keaton Welch. You got to cut him off, but Welch is so good at getting himself inside that key with his dribble.
It's the 5th team foul, so Keaton Welch will get 2 attempts. From our free throw line, brought to you tonight by Lee Kinsel, Chevrolet GMC, and Irvin Roten Van Wert. Take a look at our pre-owned specials, leekinsel.com. First one just off the mark.
There he is. He put the whole bunny outfit on. I like it. That's something else. The reindeer ears are something else as well. OG student section traveled. OG town traveled. There's a lot of people here. Both the communities turning out. Student section for Van Wert is huge here tonight, too.
Yes, it is. It's the home side fairly filled up. There's Portman somehow was able to bank it in off the baseline. And we've got a timeout taken following the basket. An extended whistle as I think Van Wert was going to try to play on. So quick timeout on the floor. We'll take a break as well here in WOSN. Up 34-27, Ottawa-Glandorf in front of Van Wert here in our Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard. 3:24 left to go in our third quarter. This is the way this game's gone. Ottawa-Glandorf has jumped in front, and they've led by as many as, I believe, 9 on one occasion. Van Wert was able to come back, make it a 2-point game. Saw that big three-pointer in the quarter. End the half, gave the Titans a 5-point lead. Coach McLaughlin upset. One of the multiple fouls probably called on Grant Leopold in that last possession.
Poor young man. I've never seen anyone get 3 fouls within like 30 seconds.
An offensive foul and then 2 defensive fouls in the same possession. Led to a little foul trouble for the Titans. Zach Crummy from the free throw line trying to get to the basket. A little too strong with that one. Keaton Welch is going to save it from going out of bounds, able to throw that off the leg of Tomazos and keep a possession for the Cougars.
Watch Crummy working against Hayden Aldrich right here. Gets a little bit of help by Fortman and goes through the contact. Aldrich is doing just enough at the end to harass Crummy, and a good shot right there, I believe, by our favorite camera op, Rubble Cam, to see who that ball went off of.
Cougars trying to get the inbound in. Comes into the wing over to Keaton Welch. Welch to reset the offense. Trying to find somewhere to go, so he'll give a handoff off to that wing right side. Cohen Bragg with it. Cohen picks up his dribble. Kelly able to work his way through traffic.
Yeah, on the switch now, it's Fortman against Welch, and he's going to call for a new set. He likes the advantage working his dribble against Fortman.
Welch thought about a little fadeaway. Just Crummy. Wanted to go with the left hand, but that one's going to be blocked back at him by Holden Aldrich. Now they give to Kelly. The floater is going to be up and good.
Yeah, Kelly, nice job of seeing the whole floor. Makes a cut towards the basket and absolutely nobody around him. And as we see, Randy, he can finish.
He's got 5 now. It's a 5-point lead for the Titans. 2 minutes to go in our third quarter. Heitmeyer's pass is going to be taken away as Bragg gets the steal. Keaton Welch at the point has it. Welch is going to back up.
Bragg has been very efficient for this Van Wert team. Nice steal on the other end.
And the second block in a row for Holden Aldrich. Knocks this one off of Welsh and out of bounds.
Well, I don't know what Aldrich is going to do in his post-high school career, but he might work for the Postal Service because he marked that one return to sender.
It's back-to-back blocks for the 6'7" junior. The lob comes in, middle of the floor to Grady Tomazos. Tomazos gets the basketball here with a minute and a half to go in our third quarter.
Double high post horn set.
Heitmeyer starts a drive, is cut off, gives back behind him. Tomazos trying to back down his defender. And he's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Yeah, they're going to say he hooks on the dribble. We're going to see it right here. Watch that right elbow. Yes, indeed. He gets the arm. Now, if it's pro wrestling, an arm bar is legal, but the arm bar illegal here in high school basketball.
That's his first foul. Offensive foul's non-shooting. Van Wert will have the basketball.
Can't say enough about the officials, Randy. To be in position to see that, nice job. They've been solid here.
Cougars able to bring this one into the front court. Keaton Welsh with it again. Stops at the volleyball line. From the wing, starts in, lost the handle, and this one's going to be thrown into the backcourt. It's going to be a turnover.
Boy, every time you think Ottawa-Glandorf is going to go ahead and run out to a double-digit lead, Van Wert does enough to stay in it, and then you think, okay, they're going to tie it up, and then all of a sudden they can't complete a comeback and allow Ottawa-Glandorf to stay ahead. Just too many mistakes by this young Van Wert team.
Tomazos starts his drive, gets the kick into the corner. Fortman will leave this one now for Jordan Shoemaker. Shoemaker to get it back. Tomazos is great. He'll come get the basketball inside that center circle. See what the Titans like to do. That clock running near the 30-second mark of this third quarter.
Now, their situational basketball is usually executed flawlessly. Remember the three-pointer by Fortman before the end of the half.
Looks to be the case. Tomazos shouting instructions. Aldrich popped out for a moment. Now trying to set a screen. Looks at his bench. Coach McLaughlin not telling everyone to clear out. Down to under 10 to go. It's trouble in the clear out. Tomazos is going to be chopped. A foul's going to be called with 1.4 seconds left.
McCracken just could not help himself right here. He's going to reach and get the wrist of Tomazos. Kind of like Randy Roberts at 2 a.m. getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar right there.
That is correct. It's going to be the second one on McCracken. Fourth team foul.
The good news, though, is it's not shooting, so with 1.4 left, it's going to be difficult for OG to get something quality off here.
Adam Mag will do the inbounding. He's able to get it in. Attempt's going to be no good, and that's how our third quarter will end. So Ottawa-Glandorf will carry a 34-29 lead into our fourth quarter. We'll have that for you next here in WOSM. 34-29, Ottawa-Glandorf out in front of Van Wert here as we begin our fourth and final quarter. Getting near the end of the regular season here in basketball. Girls tournament draws will be this weekend by Sunday afternoon, or at least Monday.
A good shot of some of the students in the student section. How would you like to be the megaphone guy? See the megaphone?
Heck yeah.
Face painted
He's
up.
ready to go.
He's got the gloves on. He's ready to go. He's leading the cat pack.
Apparently we get some drawn on mustaches and eyebrows.
No, wait a minute. I think that's a real mustache now.
Is it?
It has to be. It's glorious.
Cougars have the basketball down 5, so it's saying before we talked about the student section. Girls tournament draws will be announced this weekend, boys next weekend. Make sure you stick with us in WOSN. We'll get you all the information. The Cougars opening with the 3. Attempt's going to be no good out of Xavier Kelly.
Yeah, tough shot, right? No rhythm. You're standing still. You up fake and then try to gather yourself and shoot it again.
Mag about the dish inside. Holden Aldrich can't get it to go. Rebound's tipped, but right to a white jerseys. Cohen Bragg will have it. Cohen got a screen, got an opening. His attempt is going to be no good as he couldn't get it up with the left hand. And now a foul for the rebound. And this one's going to go, I believe, on Zach Crummy.
And Crummy has it in his left hand, can't get it, and then as he continues to work through it, he's going to run into Tomazos. Love the effort, and just one of those wrong place, wrong time kind of fouls.
It's going to be the second foul on Crummy. See a little bit of pressure as Van Wert has to pressure the inbound, a little man-to-man. The ball comes in with Adam Mag, as Mag will have it now near the center circle.
It's nice for OG to have a guy like Brody Fortman at 6'4" that can come back and help on that and has the ability to put it on the floor.
Travel's going to be called on Ross Mag. So Van Wert will get this one back. Still looking for our first points in this fourth quarter, 34-29. It's just under 7 minutes to go. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by Ultimate Outdoor. Bring resort-style living to your backyard every day with luxury outdoor space by Ultimate Outdoor. Crummy is going to somehow stay in bounds on that sideline. A little contact on the baseline. Keaton Welsh will score, then looks at the official.
Well, Welch is going to get the bucket, but how about the fantastic catch by Crummy on that? Nearly should have been a turnover, but sticks that big hand out and catches it.
Welsh with 9. Tomazos, his pull-up jumper, that one's going to be left short. Xavier Kelly able to climb the ladder to come down with a miss. Kelly, the good look, realized he had a trail open. Pull-up three is good for Keaton Welsh. It's a Northwest Ohio Recycling three-pointer. Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. It's going to lead to a timeout for Ottawa-Glandorf. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one as well. We are tied here in the den. 34-34. We are now tied. 6:04 left to play in this one. Randy Roberts, Miles Holiday back with you. High atop Van Wert High School. High atop the gym, remember, not high atop the high school. We're not on the roof or anything.
No. We are really high up, though. The sight line, I mean, it feels like a big arena feel here, or that's where we're at. If you're OG, if whoever is guarding Keaton Welch, there we are, right there.
All right, Cougar fans, we're all tied up.
This is Randy. Randy's right here.
That's Miles.
And there's Curtis Aldrich, our second favorite camera guy behind RoboCam. But if I'm OG, Randy, whoever is assigned Keaton Welch, deny him the basketball and all get, because that young man, he loves the big moments. How about that big three to tie it up right before the timeout?
Well, we've seen a few times Adam Mag's kind of taken over at the point. Entry pass is going to be taken away, however, this time. Xavier Kelly with a basketball. Xavier being guarded by Adam Mag. Has a man open on that switch. Corner three is good for Cohen Bragg as he gets the Northwest Ohio Recycling three.
Now, we asked earlier in the game, how tough is this Van Wert group? Well, I think you got to check off that box. They got some toughness. Have battled back several times in this game and now have the lead. Bragg hits it. Something to brag about there.
And they lead this one by 3. Here's Fortman. Fortman trying to go one-on-one. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is going to be no good. Zach Crummy with another rebound. Finds an outlet. Keaton Welsh. Welsh into the front court. Might have got away with a little push-off. Xavier Kelly with a basketball. Xavier trying to get a clear out. Bragg rolls to the corner. Xavier. Little contact. His jumper in the lane is good.
Boy, the physicality of Xavier Kelly. I mean, he took a forearm directly in the chest by Adam Mag, and he didn't even blink.
There's Mag working around the perimeter, and we're going to have ourselves a moving screen.
Look, Van Wert has just ratcheted up the toughness and the intensity, and OG is yet to respond, and they're going to get another mover on that one, a U-Haul fall on Fortman.
It's going to be his third First of the quarter whistled on the Titans, who find themselves down 5 with 4:42 to play.
Well, let's see now if OG has some mental toughness. They've led most of this game, and at one time looked like they were going to run away with it, but Van Wert has come clawing back.
Welsh takes the contact to the basket. It's no good, but he's going to go shoot a couple Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throws.
Now, I'm not sure, unless you double him on this dribble, if you're going to stop him. He has beaten every guy that OG has put on him. He just turns them and then drives to the bucket. So efficient on that turn, and he's got the quickness to get to the line.
Jordan Shoemaker picks up the foul, his second, as Welsh gets that first Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw. So Welsh, the sophomore, putting together a pretty impressive night. It's going to be up to, I believe, 15, and now Van Wert will take a timeout. So the timeout on the floor will take one as well. 4:27 to play here in WOSN. 41-34, Van Wert out in front of Ottawa-Glandorf here. 4:27 left to play in our fourth quarter. Remember, Ottawa-Glandorf started this fourth quarter in front, 34-29. So quick math tells me a 12-0 run for Van Wert.
And a great way to start the fourth quarter. Jeremy Best, gotta love the mindset of his young basketball team. Only one senior on this group, and they are showing some mental toughness to get this lead. Now, how does OG respond? Tyson McLaughlin called timeout. Both teams still with 3. Let's see what he drew up to get them back on the board.
No, it's going to be Jordan Shoemaker, freshman for the Titans, who had the basketball. The pull-up jumper from the free throw line, no good for Tomazos. Tell me if you've heard this one. Zach Crummy gets the rebound. I don't know if he tried to go behind the back or the ball was slapped that way. Nearly lost the handle. Now Coach Best getting up off the bench, going right to the floor and telling everyone exactly where to go, as they're going to go 4 quarters, trying to run as much time as they can off the clock.
Well, I think if anything, you're going to try and space it out so Welch can work all by himself. And best defense on a dribble drive yet for Ottawa-Glandorf. Watch Adam Mag do everything he can to try and stay in front, and it's going to go off of Welch out of bounds. He is about as quick as a hiccup when he dribbles that basketball. If OG is going to come back, they got to figure out that puzzle that is number 5.
Shoemaker now at the point, nearly lost the handle, trying to find Tomazos. Van Wert snuffs out the handoff. Tomazos comes top of the key, a little hesitation. He'll lose the handle. Ball's loose on the floor. Van Wert fans wanted to travel. They thought Tomazos spun all the way around with the basketball loose. And here's Fortman. Fortman gets into the lane. His floater is good.
Fortman loves to use that forearm to create separation and used it to get some against Bragg and just drained it.
Fortman now with 13, as that lead has shrunk to 5 with 3 minutes to play. Caden Collins at the wing will give behind him. Welsh from the free throw line takes a step up, can't get it to go. That one rattles out.
Still concerning because he got to the middle of the key again. Keaton Welch can go anytime.
Shoemaker didn't like what he saw with the tall tree, so he's going to back out. Tomazos, he won't be worried about any of that, trying to pivot around. His attempt is left short. The reverse layup on the putback, no good, but third effort that time, good, as Ross Mag will get the bucket.
All right, OG's now responding, and I think we're going to get a timeout by Van Wert as Welch was trapped.
That is the case. A timeout with 2:23 to play. We'll take another timeout here on WOSN. Down to 2:23 left to play. 41-38. Van Wert in front of Ottawa-Glandorf. Cougars using one of their 3 remaining timeouts to save a possession. They had some trouble in the corner against that pressure defense for Ottawa-Glandorf. Coach Best trying to talk up his young team.
2 minutes left. You've done great all night. Let's continue to make a difference on your feet. Let's go, Cougar fans.
Cohen Bragg will do the inbounding. He's going to get this one on. Keaton Welsh with it.
Yeah, I do everything I can to deny Welch the basketball. if I'm OG.
And I see two blue jerseys surrounding him. Welsh is across the timeline. Had to wait for Bragg. Bragg to Kelly. Kelly with a reverse layup.
Oh, Xavier Kelly. He's got to like Yacht Rock because that cat is smooth.
9 points tonight. Tomazos nearly lost the handle in that crossover dribble. Shoemaker tried to come through the lane. Instead gives behind him. Here's Adam Mag. Mag's jumper is good. So Mag with a couple of baskets in this fourth quarter. Pass in the middle of the floor is going to be taken away. And it is Coach McLaughlin who wants a timeout.
What a great timeout call, because that was going to be a travel, but Tyson McLaughlin got it in right before the travel was called. The effort of OG keeping him in it.
He's going to use his remaining 30-second timeout, I should say. Tonight's game is presented by Superior Credit Union, home of the Spirit checking account and the official sponsor of the WBL. What a good one. We've got 43-40 in our Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard, now with 1:42 to play.
Well, we talked in our opener, one of our keys is share the ball, but only with each other. Van Wert having to take care of the basketball, and unfortunately a turnover in a costly situation in a one-possession game now gives OG new life.
Ottawa-Glandorf will have the basketball. They're going to inbound right at their bench. Adam Mag will do the inbounding.
Still way too much time to hunt up a three, but if you get one, take it.
Mag with a good look. Here's Tomazos. Can't get it to go. Crummey's got the rebound. He's got three blue jerseys on him. It's a 2-on-1. Xavier Kelly waited for just a moment. And Van Wert might have been what they wanted to do. Run some time off the clock. Kelly's going to have the ball squirt away from him. It's out of bounds. Ottawa-Glandorf's going to get it back.
You see Jeremy Bass turn real quick. Look, do I want to put someone in? Nope, my five best are on the floor. This is just one of those learning moments on how you got to take care of the basketball with a young squad.
Van Wert's going to come out, challenge the inbound. Tomazos being picked up by Caden Collins. Tomazos left Shoemaker. They'll work this one around. Ellebrock's three off the mark. Good rebound. Grabbed by Cohen Bragg. Bragg can get behind him. To Welsh with a good bounce pass. So go to Collins. Collins back to Welsh. The foul committed with just under a minute to play.
On the other end, OG had a tremendous set, executed really well. Got the guy they wanted to have a three ball all by himself. Ellerbrock just missed it a little bit, and then they have to commit the foul on the other end.
Ellerbrock commits the foul, his second, team's third, so the Titans still have one to give. See when they elect to use it as that clock starts to run off the inbound. Here's Caden Collins. Collins with a handoff, and the foul coming, trying to go for the steal.
It's going to be on Fortman. He tried to jump it. You're going to see it right there, just a little bit tardy, or else he would have had the steal.
That's going to be the fourth foul on Brody Fortman. So Grant Leopold, who also has 4 fouls, will replace him.
Well, you want to save Fortman because you're going to need him on the offensive end if you can get a turnover here.
Well, still in the backcourt. Double team trying to find someone. You got Caden Collins. Collins, good job finding McCracken. McCracken, dangerous pass. Wasn't sure if Welsh was in front of the timeline. Ball ended up being thrown away in the corner. And Ottawa-Glandorf's going to get it back.
Now they're going to bring Fortman back in. A little offense-defense with Leopold. Still with 37.1. You do not have to settle for the 3 ball. Just get an easy 2 and play defense, and Van Wert has shown that they'll help you out by turning it over.
Titans with it back. See what they do here. Here's Adam Mag. This ahead to Brody Fortman. Fortman, he'll let fly from deep. Buries the Northwest Ohio Recycling 3, and we are tied.
Oh, big shot, Brody. Ties this thing up. Are you kidding me? He wears 3 because he loves the 3.
And now Coach Jeremy Best wants a timeout They want to talk about potentially the final possession of the night with 12 seconds to play with the timeout. Let's step aside here in WOSN. 43-43, we are now tied thanks to a big three-pointer. So we're going to take a look at the replay here.
There's no doubt about it, right? Fortman brings it up. Everybody is on the baseline or on the wing, and he's just going to step and bury it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Student section goes nuts. Bench goes nuts. The kid in the pink rabbit outfit goes nuts.
I think that was covered when you said student section, but
I got to keep giving that kid love, man.
He's going to appreciate being singled out multiple times when he watches this one. At 16 tonight for Fortman, he's got a couple of Northwest Ohio Recycling three-pointers. Now, what does Van Wert do in the final 12 seconds? Coach Mack all the way across midcourt talking to an official.
You do everything you can if you're OG to deny the ball to Keaton Welch, because if it gets in his hands, he is going to be the guy that takes a shot.
Ball is going to be poked away. It's going to be safe. Still in the backcourt. Zach Crummy with it. Crummy lost the dribble. It's taken away. Here is Tomazos. Attempt is going to be no good, and we are going to have overtime.
Yeah, I think Tyson McLaughlin was trying to get a timeout call, but the official didn't hear him, and the buzzer's going to run out. Brandy, one of our favorite things, free basketball up next.
You see Coach there with the official. Thought he had a small window to call his timeout. So while the teams get a minute for a break, why don't we reset? We'll have a timeout and come back with overtime here on WOSN. 43-43, we are headed to overtime on our Ultimate Outdoor scoreboard here, and you're going to see top part of your screen, Coach McLaughlin. He realizes he's got the ball. He's trying to call timeout. You see the red lights. His coach just outside. You have one of the explanation there. You see him. You've been in that situation as a coach before, haven't you? You know exactly what's going on right there.
He just did not get the timeout in time. It would have been a tough situation anyhow, but free basketball, we'll take it.
Zach Crummey's going to jump center against, is this Fortman, I believe, jumping for the Titans.
Yeah, big shot, Brody, with that three.
Xavier Kelly's lost the handle. Ball just went off his body. And they're going to call a foul on the scrum going for the rebound.
They were foul number 2, Xavier Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly tried to atone for not handling it, dove into the pile, and they're going to whistle him.
So it will be Titan ball as they're going to clean up a little perspiration that reached the floor.
That is a bachelor cleaning his kitchen floor right there, isn't it? No time to break out the mop or anything. The towel works. Let's do it.
Now, one thing to keep in mind for Ottawa-Glandorf, you've got 2 players with 4 fouls.
Oh, well, the big one is Fortman with carrying those 4. Going to have to make sure you play OD on him.
Coach Best upset with some sort of decision made by the officials.
I think he was asking why it wasn't a travel because 2 OG players had their hands on the basketball on the floor.
Looks like we are now officially underway with this extra session. Tomazos, high post pass to Fortman. Fortman, high off the window, can't get it to go. Crummy tips the rebound to himself. Zach gets it out. Here's Xavier Kelly. Kelly has 3 blue jerseys, so he's going to hold up and finds Keaton Welch. Welch inside that center circle, just underway here in overtime. Welch works that left side. Crummy sets a screen, then rolls. Welch will bounce pass in the corner. Kelly thought about going baseline. Good job that time, Grady Tomazos, to cut him off.
A really nice job by OG defensively. And Adam Mag working really hard against Keaton Welch.
Welch still at that wing. He's going to back up even further near the timeline. Tries to come around here. Cougars have run about 30 seconds off this clock. Crummy at the wing. Gets this up top. Xavier Kelly swinging around to that right side. Now here's McCracken. McCracken had kind of a quiet night. He tries to go high off the window. Can't get that one to go. He's going to hurdle a defender. Somehow not get a foul called on him.
Like, I give a lot of credit to OG. They know that McCracken is a dead-eye shooter from behind the arc at 44%. He hasn't gotten a look yet here tonight.
He's at a Mag. Mag picks up his dribble on the low block. Can't get it to go. Got a couple of defenders on him. Keaton Welsh able to bring this one into the front court.
Yeah, you see some tired legs out there, don't you? Guys are just trying to will themselves through it.
Xavier Kelly comes between the circles. He wants to go to that left side. Welsh trying to find a window for the entry pass. Didn't like what he saw, so he's going to back up, reset the offense. Already down 2 minutes to play in this extra session.
Now remember, Fortman's carrying 4 fouls, and he's matched up on that switch against Welch. They switch back now.
They go with Cohen Bragg. Bragg with a handoff. Welsh to McCracken. McCracken will bury the Northwest Ohio recycling three.
Fill it up with McCracken. Doesn't need much room because he is dangerous from behind the arc.
Puts the Cougars in front, 46-43. Minute and a half to play. Fortman, offensive foul, and I believe that's going to be his 5th.
Fortman passes up the 3, and he's going to attack, and you see the right forearm goes into the gut, and it is going to be a charge against OG, and things now get really dangerous for OG, down by 3, and without Brody Fortman on the floor for the rest of this one.
He's going to foul out with 16 points. Titans with some pressure. They need it, down 3 with a minute and a half to play. Welsh in the backcourt. Gets this one out. Cohen Bragg. Bragg's long pass is taken away. Here is Grady Tomazos. Tomazos with a spin. Gives to the trailer. Now Shoemaker trying to tie. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Adam Mag. And Ottawa-Glandorf will use a timeout with a minute 9 to play in overtime.
Are you not entertained?
Wow.
This is outstanding elite level effort by both teams who are just gassed, but finding a way to continue to fight.
There is, so far, the only basket in this extra session. And Griffin McCracken, the 44% three-point shooter, won't shoot his eye out.
You know how tough that is? He hasn't got a clean look all night long, and then when you need it, you finally get one, and to bury it, man, Griffin McCracken, stone cold.
5 points for him tonight, but none bigger than that three-pointer. Here's a different angle. Just Shoemaker just gave him one extra step out there.
Man, not a lot of room. A little bit of a late closeout, but McCracken very good. You know that'll make Dad happy. Dad's celebrating that one, and I wonder if Griffin went and got his hair cut. Dad told us early in the year, loves to get his hair cut on game days. Says he plays well when he gets his hair cut, so I wonder if Griffin got to the barber today.
He's the difference so far here, 46-43. Titans will have the basketball with a minute 9 to play. It's to Monzos. Off the inbound. Gives to Mag. Top Shoemaker sends it to the wing. Royce Ellerbrock. Ellerbrock's had kind of a quiet night as well. Just a 1 3-pointer.
Still being well respected because they put Keaton Welch on him on this play.
Oh, Ellerbrock with that left. Tries to go high off the window. Crummy didn't block it, but having that big body affected that shot. Cougars have it, and the foul is committed with 42.3 to go. And it's going to send It's going to send Keaton Welsh to the free throw line. He's going to shoot the Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throws. He will get the first one.
Entering the game for Ottawa-Glandorf, number 33, Nolan Dooling.
So Nolan Dooling will come in for the first time tonight for the Titans. Trying to get a little rebounding in just in case. Second toss, good for Wells. And Van Wert will take a timeout. They want to set up some defense with 42 seconds to go. We'll take a timeout as well here on WOSN. 5-point lead for Van Wert, 42 seconds to play. Will be Ottawa-Glandorf basketball following a couple of big free throws. Keaton Welsh, the sophomore, stepped up in a big way tonight. He leads the Cougars with 16 points as Van Wert trying to snap a 3-game losing streak to the Titans. We mentioned it in our pregame. Ottawa-Glandorf has owned the series as of late. They've taken the last 3, 14 of the last 15, 16 of the last 18. Van Wert trying to start at least a new run and a new tradition. Two teams we might see in a year or two move to the top of the WBL standings. A lot of young guys on the floor. Both teams. Here's Dueling. His three is going to be no good. Had his own miss. Hits it back now. 3, a little contact. And we've got a foul. This is going to go under the basket on the Titans. You're going to see the replay. Watch the top of your screen. 3 comes out there. There's contact. Xavier Kelly tried to come out to defend. Coach McLaughlin wanted to call, didn't get it. And now Cohen Bragg walks to the other end where he will shoot a couple of Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throws. First one hits off the heel of the iron and is no good. One more coming for the sophomore. Now they're going to hold up play for just a moment as Xavier Kelly had to relace the shoe, it looked like. Now, looks like everything's good to go. And the second one good for Bragg. Gives him 8 points. Titans quickly bring the ball in, and Van Wert will commit a foul. They'll have a couple to give, at least one more to give. That's the 4th foul on Keaton Welsh, though. But it does force Ottawa-Glandorf to inbound from side court, 23.6 seconds to play. Landon Peaster will do the inbounding. It's the seniors, Tomazos. Tomazos to the basket. That one deflected straight up. Crummey's got the rebound. He's triple teamed, and Zach is fouled with 16 seconds to play. And with Van Wert in the bonus, he will shoot a couple of free throws.
Randy Tomazos, his second personal penalty situation.
Crummey going to come over and get a couple words of encouragement from his coach. Free throw attempt for the lefties going to be no good. He'll get one more. Zach Crummey in double digits tonight with 11 points. His defense has been a big part of this one as well, so he'll get one more. Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throw, that one off the mark. Titans still 2-possession game, running out of time. Dueling, he'll take the 3, buries the Northwest Ohio Recycling 3. Sophomore off the JV team with limited minutes with a big three-pointer. That latest one is a Northwest Ohio Recycling three-pointer. Northwest Ohio Recycling in Pandora, paying top dollar for aluminum, copper, brass, scrap iron, and scrap cars. Call 419-384-3392. So still 8 seconds to play. Three-pointer changes the outlook at 49-46. Titans will have to try to deny before committing a foul if they can't get the steal or turnover.
9 seconds are put on the clock. 9 seconds.
As the officials are going to add another second, it's going to go from 8.2 to 9. Coaches getting one last word in for Ottawa-Glandorf. See what they elect to do defensively. They're going to have to sell out to get a steal in the backcourt. Zach Crummy will do the inbounding. None better throw this basketball in than your quarterback. Trying to find it in. It's going to be lost. Attempt is good off the miss. As Jordan Shoemaker's at the right place at the right time. He will score. He's going to watch Welsh trying to get some space. Had his defender turn it back on him. Just lost the handle. Ball goes right into the hands of Shoemaker, who's able to score with 5.7 to play. And this one has got a completely different feel now. Big basket. And now Van Wert will have to inbound again. The Titans are out of timeouts. Van Wert has one remaining. As the officials add another 0.3 of a second, so the clock goes from 5.7 to 6. Van Wert will have to have a cleaner inbound than the one they just had. Possession arrow also favors the Titans as well. So if there's any sort of tie-up on this inbound, Ottawa-Glandorf will get it back. The Cougars switch things up as Griffin McCracken will do the inbounding. McCracken lobs this one in. Crummy with it. Gets it to Welsh. Welsh is going to be fouled with 2.8 to go. So no matter what happens on these Lee Kinsel Chevrolet GMC free throws, this will stay a one-possession game with 2.8 seconds to play. As Welsh will bury his first free throw. His 8 made free throws for the sophomore tonight. So Nolan Dooling, who hit a big 3 earlier in this extra session, checks in for Ottawa-Glandorf, while Caden Collins re-enters for Van Wert. The second one is good. So it's going to force the Titans to need a 3 with 2.8 seconds to go. Long inbound pass. Dooling has it go through his hands. Crummy with it. He's going to run out the final second. And our final tonight in overtime will have the Cougars of Van Wert snap a 3-game losing streak to Ottawa-Glandorf as the Cougars claim a 51-48 win over the Titans. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to head down to the floor. Miles is going to catch up with our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner when we return. Big night for Van Wert as in overtime, Cougars knock off Ottawa-Glandorf this evening, 51-48. Big part of that was the night of the sophomore. Keaton Welsh ended up leading all scores with 18 tonight. He is our Stolly Insurance Hustle Award winner, and he's on the floor along with his teammates, all gathered around our Miles Holiday.
Keaton, nothing to be nervous about, man. This was a great win. You guys trailed through a majority of it, but you had the toughness to come back. What does this mean for you guys as a program?
Hey, we all came out. We played our asses off. Oh, played our – my bad.
We'll bleep it.
We played our butts off and got us this win. That's all that really matters, and we're going to go on from there and keep on winning, right? Ain't that right, boys? Yeah!
All right, I love it. I love the passion. And what's with the towel, guys? Why you guys keep putting that on his head? All right, if you know, you know. I don't know, evidently. All right, Keaton, no doubt about it. You're a guy that loves the basketball in your hands, but they were denying you the basketball. How important was it your teammates, and importantly, Griffin McCracken with that big 3 in overtime?
Hey, hit that big 3, put us up 3, and that was the momentum to win us that game, actually.
All right, now what's to say about this team moving forward? You guys are starting to play really good basketball.
Yeah, I love this team. I love these guys. My only senior, that was for you, Nate. That was for you, Nate. And we're going to keep moving forward and keep on winning. Ain't that right, boys? Yes, sir!
All right, real quick, senior night for you. How important was it to get the win?
It's amazing. I love these guys. They're great teammates. Nothing. I wouldn't want any other teammates as the only senior on the team. They mean the world to me, and they played their butts off for me tonight. They're hyping me up. I wouldn't want anybody else out here for me.
That's awesome. All right, last thing, half court shot. Are you going to make it?
Hopefully.
All right, here we go. No, you got to shoot this. You got to shoot this. Oh, that's all right. They still love you. They still love you. Congratulations, guys. Great win. Randy, I think that was the first time we had a group interview.
I think so. Well, they played overtime, but then you make them with tired legs try to shoot a half-court shot. And they might be here all night and keep tempting until they make it. But a huge win tonight for Van Wert, snaps a 3-game losing streak to the Titans with this win tonight in overtime, 51-48. So Van Wert's able to get back over 500 to the WBL with the win tonight. They go to 4-3 in the league. We want to thank everyone for making our night possible. Starts with our director, Ken Rieger. I want to thank Curtis, who was up here with us all night running the camera. I want to thank Trent Temple, great staff here at Van Wert, and, of course, Nick and Kelly back at our WOSN studios in Lima. So win in overtime for Van Wert. The Cougars playing some good basketball. They win over Ottawa-Glandorf 51-48. So for my partner, Miles Holliday, and our entire WOSN crew, I'm Randy Roberts. Thanks for watching, everyone.